linking words appropriately. Look at these circles. Imagine each circle is a sentence. Look, some of them are connected to each other. These lines are linkers, or linking words. Use linking words accurately and don't overuse linking words. Look at this picture. All of the units are not connected to each other because it's just necessary. Let's check some cohesive devices. Sequencing. There is a sequence. You have to use these words. First, second. They are useful exactly in process questions. Another one is adding. You have said something. You want to add something to this information. You can use these words. And illustrating. You want to make something clear by giving some examples. You can use these words. Comparing, talking about how similar are things. These words are really useful. Qualifying. Exactly, you want to make something less general. These words. And when you are talking about contrast between two things, use these words. Let's check what is lexical resource. Lexical resource refers to your ability to use vocabulary both accurately and appropriately. You will give a higher score if you look at these points. You have to avoid mistakes. Be careful about collocations. Make sure that they are exactly accurate. Using synonyms. This is the simplest way, but the most useful one. And avoid repetition. Try to use different forms of words. It makes it easier for you to have really a larger range of vocabulary. Then you will give a higher score. Grammatical range and accuracy. The first point, don't make errors. You have to write error-free sentences. Then use different tenses and different structures. We will talk about these points and use correct punctuations. This part is really important that many test takers ignore it. And use both simple and complex sentences. Exactly, useful combination of this kind of sentences. When should we use complex sentences? Okay, I told you we have to use both simple and complex sentence. When we want to talk about main points, we have to use simple sentence. And when we want to expanding on the main points, giving more details, or if we want to introduce multiple graphs, we have to use complex sentence. Let's check how do we make a complex sentence? Okay, it's not as complex as its name. We need exactly 3 parts: an independent clause, plus subordinate conjunction or a relative pronoun, and a dependent clause. Let's check. Because the weather was cold. When I say this sentence, you are waiting for what? What is going on? It's not completed. The idea is not completed, although it has a subject and a verb. And I wore a warm coat. But look at this sentence. It is a sentence, subject and a verb, and it has a complete idea. When I say this, you are not waiting for what is going on. Then, we call this one dependent clause and this one an independent clause. Just combine them to make a complex sentence. I wore a warm coat because the weather was cold. I can replace them. If you replace them, you need a comma here. Let's check what is subordinate conjunctions. Words like even though, whereas, why, when, because, since, and with the relative pronouns who, whom, which, that, whose, what, where, when, and why. Look at these examples. The given bar graph shows the amount spent on fast food items in 2009 in the UK, while the pie chart presents a comparison of people's ages who spend more on fast food. Can you remember? I told you, when we are introducing multiple graphs, we have to use complex sentences, you can see. While, and here, I want to give more information about people than I use who here. Or this one. The chart indicates the number of people in thousands who took three types of public transportation, which are tram, bus, and train in New York.